Namaskar students, Computer Science class 11. So I hope you have taken your admission and your class 11 is started. Somewhere some students are thinking which subject should be opted in class 11, 12th and which subject should be ignored. So those who has taken computer science, so on this channel you will get all the topics in detail with theoretical and practical knowledge. So some of the programs I have already uploaded on my channel. You can view that and you can understand how the Python will be and how it is working. You can understand easily. And those videos I have posted in Hindi language only, so you can understand very well. So now from today, from this video, I am going to start the detailed concepts of computer science syllabus. So I am starting with the basic discussion of computer science syllabus class 11. The code number is 083 given by CBSE. So this is the revised curriculum according to CBSE for 2021. So let me begin. First of all, learning outcomes. So learning outcomes are very common. Ability to understand and apply basic computational thinking. So computational thinking means what? So how you can think like computers. So that we can consider as computational thinking, and some which is related to computation. Computation means to calculate. So if you are good at logical and reasoning, you can understand these concepts very well. And even in computer science, there are some concepts which is coming by only. The original concept or those concepts you learn in maths and you can apply that in computers and you can solve any problem. So problem solving method is there. So it will help you to solve any problem. Second is ability to understand the notion of data types and data structures and apply in different situations. So that what are the data types and all we will cover. Few of them I have already explained in my programming series, so that you can watch and learn. Ability to appreciate the notion of an algorithm and apply structure, including how algorithms handle corner cases. So that also we will discuss when that chapter will start. Ability to develop a basic understanding of computer systems architecture, operating system, mobile and cloud computing. So these concepts are also included. Ability to work with cyber world with understanding of cyber ethics, cyber safety and cyber crime. So nowadays you have heard that there are many fraud incidents happening around us by stealing some money, stealing passwords, stealing some critical information. So those all types of crimes are considered as cyber crime. So they are doing something which is not into our law or ethics, and it is done by mean of any digital medium like computers, mobile, laptop, tablets. So these are called cyber crime. So how we can prevent ourselves by such activities, so that you can learn in these chapters: cyber ethics, cyber safety and cyber crime. Then ability to make use of the value of technology in societies, gender and disability issues and the technology behind biometrics IDs. So some biometric IDs that also you will learn in class 11. The next part CBSE has given in this curriculum document is distribution of marks. How your question paper will be for the annual exam. So basically for the annual exam, the question paper will be of 70 marks and 30 marks from the practical. So first unit 1 is computer systems and organization. That will be 10 marks. Period will be like this. That is for teachers only. Then computational thinking and programming 1. So that will be 45 marks. Society, law and ethics. That will be 15 marks. So total 70 marks will be there. And here practically you can consider these are the number of periods they have given, but it can be less or more. That learning is important. Whatever you are learning, how you are applying that practically, how you are doing things by learning this all, where it can be applied and how you can convert that knowledge into your use. You can utilize that particular knowledge, you can implement somewhere. So that is called learning. Marks and these all are just on paper and it is not that much important compared to learning. Learning is more important. If you learn something, then you can do something. Otherwise, marks are important for taken admission only. After admission, nobody is asking about marks. What you know, that speaks well than marks. So let me start and we begin Unit 1, Computer System and Organizations. So in this topic, Chapter 1 is there, Basic Computer Organization, Description of a Computer System and Mobile System, CPU, Memory, Hard Disk, I/O, Battery. So I will go like this. I will not teach you like that chapter to chapter and from books. I am taking all the concept and explaining. It's not like that. I will explain whatever given in the syllabus. So that will be clear your mind and you have to prepare that much only, because in class 11th, this CBSE, whatever CBSE is given, this concept should be taught. So I will go line by line according to this syllabus, not according to the book. So although I have downloaded that NCERT book and that only we are starting, but whatever concepts are given extra, that I feel that I will not consider in these videos. Okay, so let me begin the first topic only, basic computer organization. So here the PDF I have already opened. Another part of that syllabus, let me finish first. So types of software, next unit is type of software, where you will learn about application software, system software and utility. Then memory units, so that is I will post one video regarding this memory units, that you might know something, but in more detail also you can know about this. Then Boolean logic, that is gates, that is AND gate, OR gate, that is digital circuits. We are preparing digital circuits. If you have seen that computer or any other electronic device, when it is broken, you will find something like that circuit board. One green color board is coming and there are some electronic components are attached that. So that is prepared through Boolean logic. So what it is and the details of that I will post in another video. Then number system, that you might learn in some junior classes like class 7, class 8, binary, octal, decimal, hexadecimal, like that. So that only. Then encoding schemes. So encoding schemes are there, ASCII, iASCII and Unicode. So these are the concept of Unit 1, concept of compiler, interpreter and operating system. So these are the concepts. Now Unit 2, computational thinking and programming. So here all the components of Python will come. That will start from basic to list. So that will be covered. Then tuples, dictionary, then modules. So this I will cover in this series. So in different playlists I will post all these videos. And then Unit 3, that also I will cover about, this is all about cyber safety and appreciate and use of social networks, and then safely accessing websites and all. So that we will cover in detail. So let me begin today's topic, and that topic will be Chapter 1. So let me open that CBSE NCERT textbook. It is available, I have saved in this folder, Computer Science 11. Okay, so basically when we think about computer system, so whatever written here, that I will read first. A computer is an electronic device that can be programmed to accept data, process it and generate results, output. A computer along with additional hardware and software together is called a computer system. So means first you have to understand about a system. What is system? System means a set of components that will be used for making our task easy. That is called a system. So here I am writing the definition. System. System means what? The set of different components. Set of different components that allows to work smoothly. That we can write, we can consider like this only, smoothly. So by this definition you can understand what will be the system. Means any component, set of components that allows us to work smoothly and the result will be good only. So that is called system. So computer system means what? Computer is a set of hardware and software. Two kinds of entities are coming in computer. One is hardware, second is software. In other things we can say according to the function. First it will take your data as input. So first will be input, then it will process the data and then produce the output. So that is called computer system, which is operated through electronic, electronic power. So it requires a power. That's why it is called as electronic device. And then it will perform input, process and output. Now see, let me relate this thing to our daily life. What is input, what is process and what is output? You just consider any one work which we are doing. Suppose you are studying right now. So what will be the input for studying? So for input for studying is from starting to take admission to school, then purchasing your notebooks and study material, whatever you are purchasing from stationery stores, and then when you are coming to school and learning and studying in that particular class, that is called a process, and output will be your result. Whenever you are passing your particular exam, that is called output. So here we can consider like this. Another example I will give you. Every day we are living by eating food, we are doing some task, we need energy. Okay, so that is also considered in the same process. So let me consider our life with this part. First, input. Input means what? So to input, what we are doing for living. So we are doing preparing food, then doing exercise, then doing so many things to be happy, like we are using some entertainment options for make us happy and to keep us stress free. So that is all types of mediums are called input only. So that we are thinking in the morning, we are doing exercise, we are doing walking, or we are doing anything that by that we can get the energy. And the process means what? When we are doing such task, that is called process. Any task, whatever we are doing, and if we are successful in our life. Okay, so all, I think that all are successful in their life only. Nobody is unsuccessful, because if they are living, that means they are successful, because they have done very extensive struggle, we can say, more struggle in life, and then they are living and they are passing at all somewhere. So somewhere they are successful. And then last one is output. So output means what? What you are doing right now. You are happy with your life or not, or any task we are doing. So that is called output. Let me consider one more example related to that. In the morning we have taken breakfast, then from morning to afternoon, whatever we are doing, suppose I went to school and I have taken the different classes, I have done other some official work and some my personal work and all between breakfast to lunch. So that is coming through from where? So that is called process, whatever task we have performed. So that is called one process, how we are doing. Suppose I have taken class on Google Meet. So that can be considered as a process. And then output, when I have delivered my lecture and what students learn. So that is called output. What you are learning, that is called output. So basically computer is relying on these three terms: input, process and output. So first we have to give input. So whenever you are starting work with computer, first you have to think about providing the data, and that data is called input. Whatever you are entering through keyboard, or if you are doing copy paste or any other command with mouse, that is called input only. Then second is process, that can be done by the computer or operating system, and then the output. Last one is output. So whatever you are looking here on the screen, that is considered as output. So similarly, these tasks can be performed. So I hope you understood these concepts. Now let me move ahead. So here they have given the diagram: secondary devices, primary devices, control unit and arithmetic unit. So this is components of computer system. Now let me explain how it is working and how these are all devices are performing their task. So first of all, let me take the same diagram in MS Word and I will explain you. Okay, snipping tool is there. Let me cut. So if you want to cut something from PDF or something, you can use this tool, snipping tool. Then you can just do copy paste in MS Word. Okay, so here it is coming. Now let me resize it and zoom out. Okay, so here these are the components of computer system. So first of all, how you can understand what is input device and what is output device. So those devices are connected with your computer from outside. So we can see directly input devices and output devices are connected to the computer. So input device is keyboard, mouse, that you can see it is attached to your computer, and output device, that monitor, which is attached to your computer. So these can be considered as input and output devices. And in center, whatever they have given over here, this one, so these all are internal devices that you cannot see, but the main process which is done by the computer, this is done by these devices only. So let me begin how it will work. So suppose you are pressing K from the keyboard. Here I have pressed K. Okay, K for keyboard. So I have pressed this one. Now how computer is doing this task, let's understand. First, when you press K, this request will be accepted by CPU. Now CPU is having three components. CPU is having three components. There's three components already written over here: arithmetic and logic unit, control unit, primary memory, secondary memory. So this can be considered as a memory unit. So these three units are there: first arithmetic, control unit, and primary and secondary storage devices. So first, when this request of typing K is given to CPU, what CPU is doing? CPU is not doing any task by itself. It's just passing the request to CU. So like that, you can say CPU is the manager of computer. It just manage and observe all the task and send to CU, control unit. Now what is the role of control unit? So this control unit you can consider like that, it is PA of manager, personal assistant of manager. So what CU will do? CU understand the request, interprets it, and determine what type of task can be performed, and then it's sent to the ALU. So CU is also not performing that physical task. It will just judge and directs where it should be sent, and then it will send to the ALU. Now what ALU is doing? ALU stands for arithmetic and logic unit. It will understand the data, it will understand the request, and then check if any arithmetic tasks are required, then it will perform arithmetic calculation, and then logical comparison is required. It will compare the data and produce the logical output. So that is called ALU, task of ALU. And when it completes the task, now the matter comes to store it. So when the task is completed, where it should be saved? So it can be saved in two mediums, that is memory unit only. We can say memory unit in two types of memory: primary memory and secondary memory. So primary memory means which is temporary memory, that I will cover in next video what is memory unit, but you just understand here primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory means temporary memory only, and secondary memory means permanent memory. So like this it is working, and when it is saved to your memory, it will coming to you on the screen. Whatever you are watching on the screen of computer, that is stored in memory unit, and that is in primary memory only, and then it is stored to secondary memory. So whenever you need it, you can open it and you can work on it. So I hope you understood this concept well. If you understood this concept, please hit the like button, share the video with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel yet, subscribe the channel and press the bell notification icon. And those who are watching my video first time, coming to my channel first time, and right now watching the video, you can also subscribe the channel and press the bell notification icon for the relevant updates. So in this video up to this only. More we will cover in next video. So next video I will explain about memory unit, primary memory, and secondary memory. So till then, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you for watching this video.